Alrighty, today is going to be the day. Xenoblade X finally coming and joining its fellow brethren on the Switch. And I am beyond excited here. As you can tell, I'm already playing the music for it in the background while we wait. Oh boy. So, to give you the full lowdown on what to expect here, I have played through the original Xenoblade X on my Wii U twice. So, if you're looking for someone who's going to give you genuine first-time reactions to all the crazy ways the story goes, you're not getting that from me until I've beaten through Chapter 12 and we're on to all the new post-game stuff that's been added according to the trailers. So, there's that. However, it also means I'm pretty confident in what I'm going to be doing here. Pretty much I've got a goal. What's going to happen is I will be playing off stream. However, all that stuff off stream, side quests, non-story content, and what's lumped in with story content besides the 12 main missions, I'm including the affinity missions, so all the stuff with all the party characters, heart-to-hearts, all that stuff. Still going to try to do all that on stream. Off-stream stuff will be like the little mini quests off the Blade board of go kill 10 fair foxes in Oblivia, get their claws. I'll do that stuff off stream. A little bit of surveying, all that stuff, but actual story stuff, you will see it on here for sure. And I'm very curious to see what's going to be happening with this. It's like, hopefully the crazy Ghost Walker permanent overdrive build still works. That's what I'm going to be building towards. Pretty much goal 1 is get to Chapter 5, unlock overdrive, and then we're just going to go nuts from there. Goal 2 is Chapter 9. 1, because you unlock the flying skulls at that point, and 2, there's a party member that you can get at that point that has an absolutely cracked range dart I want. Yeah, just a few more minutes. I'll have to check every once in a while. 1, because I want to see if my audio's off, because sometimes it's delayed. That seems to be fine still. Also, if you are not convinced that this game has one of, if not the greatest video game soundtracks of all time by the end of this playthrough, you're absolutely crazy. It's just so good. Hiroyuki Sawano is just a madman when it comes to OST. You don't know who that is? He's famous for this little anime called Attack on Titan you may or may not have heard of. If that's too old for you, maybe you know about this other little anime it's making the rounds called Solo Leveling. He did the soundtrack for both of them. Letting this play through. And I do plan to stream this game pretty much consistently every night, 6 p.m. Pacific time. Except for Mondays and Tuesdays, where I have a other commitment to do. And I'll probably go for a week or two, depends on how long it takes to get through all the new stuff. Plan today is to hopefully get Chapter 1 done for sure, hopefully get through Chapter 2, and we'll see where we can go from there. Alright, 1 more minute and we'll start checking internet. There's no way this is timing with the end of ThemX, right? ThemX. Nuts. Oh well. Now we're gonna listen to a little Black Tar. This is the battle theme. You can tell how much someone's played Xenoblade X by how much they like this theme. The longer you've played it, the more you like it. However, if you think We're Fleegan's better, then you were cracked at the game, because that's the only battle theme you ever heard. Once you got past, like, Chapter 5. Alright, now we gotta check every minute. Sweet, we're in! Yes! Oh, I'm so excited. Nintendo. 30 seconds of logos. Pretty sure that's a reference to Voyager. Yeah, was it Voyager or Pioneer that went off with that? I forget. I know we sent some space probe way out there. The picture of what humanity is. Oh, I don't think this was... Yeah, this wasn't in the original, was it? At least I don't remember it. Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition. Yeah, this is new.
July 2054 AD. The Earth was caught in a great battle between unknown alien forces. Their weapons were terrifying and powerful beyond human reckoning. Our planet was overwhelmed, its surface reduced to ash and rubble in the blink of an eye.
Two alien superpowers decide to have a war above the planet.
The coalition government knew the war was coming. In response, they prepared the Earth-Life Colonization Project, Project Exodus. Interstellar arcs were launched all across the planet, from every major city on Earth. Bravely, we leapt from our cradle, our home for the last 4.5 billion years. But most of the arcs never even made it out of the atmosphere. Only a small handful managed to escape.
This Earth is over.
Among them was our ship, the White Whale. After leaving Earth behind, we spent 2 years wandering in space, searching. We thought of ourselves as the lucky ones, the pioneers who would settle a new world. But our past caught up with us, literally. The alien blitz was unrelenting. If not for the efforts of a lone hero, we would never have survived.
Aries.
Our ship took heavy damage. We lost control. With our flight systems down, the White Whale was pulled into the gravitational field of a nearby planet, its hull shattering and breaking to pieces as we plummeted toward the surface.
time yet?
Since
No.
then, 2 months have passed.
Alright, now it's gonna be time to create a character. Alright, male. Scars. Alright, special, don't need the cowlick. You know we're gonna spend like 20 years in here. That's how it always works. That's what we were looking for. Okay, that's what we want. Alright, now our crazy eyes. What are our options here? That. Light blue. That's it. No. No makeup, face paint needed. Oh, now who do we do the voice for? I don't remember. Was Dan Warren in this before?
Let's do it. Let's do this.
I don't remember here.
All right, it's on.
Well, Yuri was always was the original one. I did Keith in my second playthrough. All right, think we're good. Wait, did I forget to name him? Do I need to start over already? What's your name? At least it's a secure enough password, I think.
Attention, external access confirmed.
Oh, and
Disengaging
even though I
stasis
have
in
played, I
10
will be
seconds.
trying to
7,
avoid any
6,
stating any story
4,
spoilers out
3,
loud.
2, 1.
Because there are some actual somewhat good twists in here. Alright, we're coming out of the pod.
Releasing hatch. Please stand clear.
I don't think we have much of a choice in the matter. There aren't many places to stand. God,
Hey there.
shine a light at us.
Looks like you're all in one piece.
That's just mean. It's crazy how much different it already looks.
Careful. Just take it nice and slow, okay? Your senses will need time to reactivate. Your pod is the only one around that landed intact. Good thing I found you.
Okay, so
My
I do
name's
get to set
Elma.
my name here. I was like,
You
I
wanna
could
tell
have
me
sworn I didn't
yours?
see a setting for it.
You don't even remember your own name? It must be the stasis hangover. That's not good. just try and focus, all right?
Sorry, not using my real name here, like my other playthroughs.
Good, there we go. What else you remember?
I could tell you my
It'll
birthday.
come. In the meantime, I'll get you up to speed here as best I can. How are your limbs? Can you move?
Yep, we're good.
We'll take it easy while you shake the stasis out of your system. One step at a time, all right? First things first, you'll be needing a weapon. There you go. All right, let's get going.
Can I get 2 of them? 'Cause you know dual guns is the best weapon in the game. Purely because of Ghostwalker. This is why I specified story spoilers, by the way. Because I will be telling you the good stuff. So it's... Story members... Drifter... Flash grenade, assault hammer, all that stuff. Alright. Oh, so I can play directly as them. Arts. Wait, is it not here? Did they take out Ghostwalker? Because some of these are new. I don't remember Gun Force. I'm very curious here. If they took out Ghostwalker, that's interesting. I see Elma's. There we go. Okay, so she's still got Ghost Factory. Primer, Shadow Strike, Sliding Slinger. Side Slash is still there. Killing Machine, Blood Sacrifice. Okay, so a lot of hers are still here. But yeah, there's Ghost Factory, but I do not see it under here. Interesting. What about under classes? Is it going to be under... Okay, there it is. Alright, still under... It's under Full Metal Jaguar. Alright, that's why I wanted to confirm. As long as we got Ghostwalker, we're good to go. Let's get our move on.
Most of the White Whale's life pods didn't survive the crash, like this one.
Sucks to be them.
You're one of the lucky few. Right. You don't even remember the White Whale, do you? You know, the L002? The ship we escaped Earth on?
So would one have been Tokyo?
Remember
then?
Earth, right?
Because 2 was LA.
Planet Earth. Your homeworld.
One could have been New York, I guess.
Or rather, it used to be anyway.
New York, Mombasa.
Unfortunately, it was caught in a battle
London.
between 2 alien forces.
Or Paris, one or the other.
And destroyed.
Sydney would probably be one.
Ring any bells?
And Mexico City as well, I would think.
Don't feel bad. It's one memory I'd like to forget. I know. It's been following
There
me
it
for
is,
a while
Black
now.
Tar!
I didn't want to alarm you, but we're going to need to defend ourselves. You up to the task?
Alright, let's do this.
Open fire! Follow
Target
me!
in sight!
Assault hammer!
Shadow strike! Appendage destroyed!
Flame
Move
grenade!
in and strike!
TP is, know how to target appendages, all that stuff.
You're not half bad.
I'll wait until we get
There's
over.
plenty of work back in the city for someone who knows how to handle a weapon, you know.
Yeah, sure, I'll find a job.
Then you're interested. In that case,
He who
I
does
might
not
have
work
just the
does not
job
eat.
for you. But anyway, we can talk more details later. For now, let's keep moving.
Oh, I should also check skills for Elma, too. See if there's any of those. Yes, dual guns! I equip them now. Am I allowed to equip them? Oh, they're level 3, so not for that reason. But yeah, so the classes here, they branch, each one provides specific weapons they wield. However, if you max out the final jobs here, you can use those weapons on any class. So once I get Full Metal Jaguar here to rank 10, I can use dual guns on every class and have Ghost Walker on everything. Which this is the most broken art in the game. It's ridiculous. And each class also gives you different bonuses. So like this one's accuracy, ranged accuracy, evasion. The other one that's really good, Mastermind and Psy Corruptor, gives a potential boost, which is needed for TP. And the button challenge I did at the very start of the fight where I hit B, that also heals people more based off high potential. It's the weirdest stat in the game, but it's also the most important one if you want to do a bunch of crazy damage and heal easily. You want high potential, because that'll allow you to use all your high cost arts pretty easily and just spam them like crazy. However, they also have specific skill slot counts, like Duelist has only 3. So the power of Drifter, it gives you a solid 5. It gives no stat bonuses though, so that's the trade-off is, do you want the extra skill or do you want to have the stat boosts? So it's a bit of a balancing act there. Let's see. You do not have any skills yet. Okay. Arts. I will not be upgrading any of these, so I'm not going to worry about that. I upgrade yours at all. So I've got 14 to upgrade with. I want prime. Oh, I don't have primer yet. So primer is going to be learned rank 7. Shadow Strike I can do stuff with. I'll upgrade sliding steel. So I know I'm going to use that. I don't remember if I'm going to use Shadow Strike though. Well, we'll find out later. Alright, let's head over. Field action means? Oh, it's just hold down. You can tell I played this game because I immediately spammed A. Alright.
Alright. I feel like a
There
new
we go,
man.
level 2. Okay, so it changes between body or appendage target.
We can do this!
Let's see what you've got.
Slide! Slinger!
Assault hammer!
Green edge!
Victory is ours!
We got him. Let's move.
Chrome armor arts. At some point we get an auto loop. Autonomous.
Assault hammer! First in, first to win!
Now
Attack
it's my turn! Slide! Slinger!
Flame grenade!
Oh, it's so used to just having it like
There.
I should
healing.
heal up first. Slide!
We didn't see that
looked like that was
Scream edge!
Victory is ours!
You never imagined
okay.
this is where life was going to take me.
start heading over to NLA.
We have no choice but to fight. Open fire! Follow me!
Target in sight! Shadow strike!
Assault hammer! Flame grenade!
Image destroyed. Move in and strike.
More enemies!
The purpose of targeting appendages is 1, on breaking it stuns enemies. 2, there's specific drops you can only get.
Neutralized. Switch to close range combat.
Throw
Okay,
armor!
There.
I need
I
healing.
should heal up first.
So yeah, you can see the soul
Shadow
voice
strike.
there healing us up. Even though Elma did
Light.
not get healing.
Scream edge!
But yeah, so I got a Tatty Insect Wing because I attacked and destroyed the wing. Or it gives you a better chance of getting those specific ones. Which will be important for those small mini-quests I mentioned, where they want you to get like a Forfex Claw or a Sincula Pincer. You have to target specific parts of the body to get those. Alright, time for the clouds to clear.
The rain's starting to let up, just in time for sunrise. Follow me. I promise you're gonna love this.
She is not wrong. I will be screenshotting this, in fact. Here we go. Welcome to Mira. There's NLA. Beyond Lake's clearing up. There we are. Oh yeah, so my experience in the game, the Lucille the Eternal, the level 92 super boss, is the only super boss I killed. So while I did beat the story twice, I didn't, unfortunately, by the time I had really beaten it, because I only played on and off for the first few years, for like maybe 5 hours a year at best. I did not.
Pretty wild,
I
huh?
had the whole Wii U server shut down by then.
They're all indigenous, as far
There
as
were
we
things
can
I
tell.
wanted to get that I
We
couldn't.
need to learn to play nice with these guys if we're going to try and coexist together.
The day we've been waiting for. Charging Drexes. Soft Indian time. Forget the names of those. Leviathans. I usually associate them with the other stuff. Beyond the waterfall again, the lake. Lucille's on the other side. The Millosaurus.
We call
are
this
big.
planet Mira. You won't find it on any star chart. But it's our new home.
Just the craziest open world I've ever played.
Recognize the habitat unit? That's where we're headed. Watch yourself. That first step's a doozy.
Well, how about we
We
just
can
go
jump
along
if you
the other
like.
path?
You could handle the fall. But the indigents down there are another story. Some big, some mean.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
all
they're like
nasty.
30s.
Given our options, the high road here would be the safer way to go, relatively speaking.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's level 30s and such down there. I would agree.
That said, whichever way you want to go, I'll follow your lead. You decide.
Oh, that's cool. That is really neat.
I'll get the jump on him. Attack up close.
Now it's my turn.
Assault hammer! Before they get up, flame grenade.
So the yellow or the orange bar is how much health you take.
All right, you're in for it.
Appendage destroyed.
There you go.
Move in and strike.
Robe armor.
Now we'll target the head. Sometimes destroying appendages also prevents them from using certain skills. So when we get to like Scipios, or whatever they're called,
Shadow
and
strike.
the spiders.
Leave me.
Ouch.
Just take down our foe. Victory is ours.
We got it.
Okay,
Let's
good.
move.
It does let us actually wait for them to win. That's new. Slit edge, boost damage from the side. Okay.
Open fire. Follow me.
Target in sight.
Ooh,
Scream edge.
nice.
Okay. Here comes the pain.
Shadow
Robe
strike.
armor. Victory is ours.
We got it. Let's move.
Also, the levels can be misleading. A level 4 Lethix is actually a lot harder to kill than, say, level 10 Bug. Their healths do scale based off of the nature type. That's
We can
the
do
one thing
this.
I remember.
Let's see what you got. Stagger them with a melee
I'll send him
attack.
for a loop. Flame grenade. Now, close in and clean up.
And the soul voice does have different cases.
We didn't see that coming.
Sometimes it comes in really
Robe
quickly,
armor.
sometimes it doesn't.
It never loses.
If you're wondering why I'm swapping weapons so much, it's your gun has a reload time, and sometimes you can skip reload times by switching to your melee weapon. I never exactly got the timing down for it. I think it's like you can do 2 strikes with your melee weapon, and by then a lot of weapons will have reloaded and you can switch back to your range.
All right, it's on.
Let's see what
If
you
you want
got.
all the downloads on this stuff, YouTuber NL.
Shadow strike. Slide knife. Move in and do some damage.
Okay, here comes the pain. You didn't see that coming. Gun him down. Now, close in and clean up. Yes, now getting close.
Shadow strike.
cool, you can pick up stuff during battle now. I didn't know you could do that.
Rome armor!
So that was an example of it going wrong.
Oh crap!
I should heal up first. Shadow strike. Move in and do some damage.
Victory is ours!
Nice work.
Alright. Don't care too much about my arts yet. 'Cause neither of these are the weapon I'm going to use long term. So I can auto from here. Which means to toggle our fashion gear. Oh, I need to check if there's amiibo stuff. Okay, that's over. Because it used to just say Alma's Bodywear. Looks like they've actually given it a name now. Is there any of the stuff system? Yeah, so we'll want to take advantage of this later. Okay.
Open fire!
Target it.
Alright, you're in for it!
Scream edge. Appendage destroyed. Move in and strike.
Okay, here comes the pain! Flame grenade! Didn't see that coming. Gun him
Hell
down!
top.
Victory is ours!
I never imagined this is where life was going to take me.
And you do want to get a lot of these random drops that are on the ground. Just kind of whenever you see them around, you should just run over and pick them up.
Almost there. Give me strength.
Level 4. I think I'm going to want to get to level 5 though, before I go into that circle.
I'll get the jump on him. Attack up close.
Now it's my turn. Sliding slinger. Scream edge. Appendage destroyed. Move in and strike.
Okay, here comes the pain. Flame grenade.
Switch to close range combat. Upper hand.
Got it.
Room armor!
Split light.
Not over! Follow me!
Now, my turn.
Flame grenade! They're
Also,
getting
if
close!
you notice that yellow circle that's now formed on the
This team never
purple
loses!
art there,
Nice
create,
work.
that's the secondary cooldown. If you wait that long, it makes the art just a little bit stronger. And the secondary cooldown only charges when you're using the weapon that's tied to the art. So Infuriate only had that secondary cooldown charging while I had my gun out. I wanted to avoid this, but oh well. We'll see if we can do this at level 5. Or level 4.
Looks a lot bigger up close, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And this was just the habitat unit. The white whale was one hell of a
The
ship.
scale of this game's
Until it all
crazy.
came crashing down, at least. That's the west gate. It's closed off now for security reasons. But we've repurposed a freight elevator that will get us inside.
Alright.
Grexes. And they're riled.
Am I stupid enough to use Infuriate? When I don't
Can't
have
leave them
access to
roaming. Not this
Ghostwalker
close
yet.
to the gate. We're gonna have to take them down. You ready?
This is telling me I can switch. And this is the secondary cooldown thing I just mentioned.
We have no choice but to fight. Open fire!
Shadow
Follow
strike.
me!
Target in sight. Split it.
Elmo gets into trouble, I'll use it. Otherwise,
Slide.
Strength comes from experience. That's true on any planet.
oh, she's
Yeah.
got side slash.
Here comes the pain!
Side slash is such a good art.
Side slash. Shadow strike.
Flame grenade! Assault hammer!
No, doesn't matter.
Infuriate!
Slide.
Who's next? None dare stand against us!
Like, the problem with Infuriate is it taunts the enemy, makes him face you.
Room
I have an art that does more damage from the side, i.e. they are not
Move in
facing
and do
me.
some damage. Split it. Early bird.
Now,
Yeah.
close in and clean up!
Slide.
Alright, easy win.
It's a shame we had to settle near so much wildlife. Luckily, some species aren't so hostile. But they aren't necessarily friendly either.
Millosaurs.
I've come to learn that there's a fine line between self-defense and provoking a fight. We need to walk that line. All right, let's head in. Who knows? Maybe seeing the inside will jog your memory.
I don't think they were ever in NLA. 'Cause they weren't part of the defense force, were they? Rank 7, so I'm still not quite ready. You're out. Can I change class? Arts-wise, we definitely have some upgrades to make here. I'm gonna wait until she gets Ghost Factory, because that's coming soon, actually. And Primer. For now, getting some of these to... teleports. Probably the second most surprising thing I know about Elma. Like how she can make clones in Xenoblade 2. And that fight is complete nonsense in Xenoblade 2 as a result. Here we go, the opening trailer scene. Oh, when I saw this, I got so excited.
Well, here we are. Not too shabby, huh? For a giant beached spaceship, anyway. But, like it or not, this place is our home now. We took the name from the city it was modeled after back on Earth. We call it New Los Angeles. Welcome to NLA.
And so it was that another survivor came to join our band of refugees. Together, we resolved to forge a new way of life here on Mira. Come what may. New LA was our beautiful lie to ourselves. Truth is, we were adrift, heading into the unknown.
There's actually different cars. That's crazy.
Our native home was gone, swallowed in a shroud of light. And our future was uncertain. We had no idea what fate lay in store for us. Only that we had to keep living in order to see it.
Yeah, the scale of this is huge. Oh my god. Xenoblade Chronicles X! Should be prologue complete, right?
How about a quick tour of the facilities to refresh your memory? Let's start with your living quarters. Follow me.
Brave citizens of New Los Angeles, good day. This is your Director General, Maurice Chausson.
Sure you're not.
Today, I once again come to you with news I am truly delighted to share. Yesterday, we repatriated 10 more White Whale crew members. These fellow pioneers will rejoin our ranks as citizens of NLA, bringing with them skills and know-how that will bolster our ability to survive and indeed flourish here in our new home.
And we'll never find
This,
any again.
of course, is only the latest success in our continuing efforts.
Director
As
General?
part of my
Since when?
initiative For the rescue and recovery of
2 days
all
ago,
our
ma'am.
brothers and sisters. I stand here truly humbled and
From
grateful
political aid to
for your
Director
belief
General
in
in just a
me
few
and my
weeks.
policies,
At this rate, he'll be
working
Emperor by
together
next
for a better
month.
NLA and a better
There
tomorrow.
we go, our
Irina,
other party member
Gwyn.
that we'll use until we can get
Nice
the one
work
in
out
Chapter
there,
9.
ma'am.
They run the same class.
Right. Introductions. Irina Akulov, Gwyn Evans.
This one of the survivors, Colonel?
The survivor. I only found a single pod intact at Starfall Basin.
Wait, what? What happened to 10 more crew members?
Come on, seriously? Shosan was never one to let the truth get in the way of a good speech. Still, every last survivor counts. You can call me Irina. I'm with the Interceptors.
Me too. Same division. You can call me Mr. Evans.
How about no, Gwyn?
Or just Gwyn.
Yeah.
The three of us were in the Coalition forces together. Specifically, the Special Operations Heavy Armor Training Unit, aka the Skeleton Crew. I was a colonel and Irina a lieutenant.
I wonder why there's two
Gwyn was a
Ls.
more recent recruit. Of course, I keep telling them we don't need those old ranks anymore now that we're here.
You're still Colonel to me, ma'am. No reorg will ever change that. And that's not about chain of command either. It's about respect. You've earned it.
And the award for best ass kiss goes to...
Well, I'd remind you both the ma'ams aren't necessary if I thought you'd listen.
All right, ma'am. We should be getting back to work. Until next time, Colonel.
Right. We should be going too. The administrative district isn't far. That's where you'll be calling home. For now, anyway.
Alright, we're up to chapter 1. Ah, the infamous NLA night theme. I've said this soundtrack's amazing. Don't bother. Don't worry about this one. It's a track. Them and the heels shots. Quick, aim for the water! Or don't aim for the water. Teenage drivers! I'm trying to remember, is she even 16? She's got her learner's permit, but then where's the person that's supposed to be in the passenger seat? It's still LA, so you can't tell me Japan has different rules.
Damn it!
It's Dio himself. So when do we get to drive the Warthog? Do we get to in this game now?
Look, I know what exhaust smells like, and it was exhaust in the cockpit. Just check the ductwork, would ya?
Oh, I'm checking. I just seriously doubt... Hey, look at that! The intake exhaust bypass is reversed. Oh man, it's a good thing I caught that.
You caught that? You're the one who cleared me to fly!
That doesn't sound good.
Everything okay? It's not like you to flub a flight check, Lynn. Good thing you had a rugged pilot like Doug at the controls.
Oh, hey Elma. How'd it go out there? And would this be one of the you-know-whos?
Yes, I'm Voldemort.
Cool.
First
I'm
name
Lynn
Fawn.
Lee Koo, mechanic, and top all-around fix-it gal for Blade. Yeah, well that, doesn't usually happen.
We know it doesn't, Lynn. Look, I know what you're thinking. But believe me, young as she may look, and yes, she is young, she's actually one of our top talents.
Most of the time, that is. Most of the time.
Anyway, you guys heading back to the barracks?
Yeah. Why do you ask?
As long as you're here, why don't I take you on the transport? It's a great way to see the city. I'll give you the grand tour.
That sounds like a great idea.
All right, Doug, I think that'll be all for today. You can clean up here and dock the Skell.
What?
Don't mind the exhaust. I'll take care of it tomorrow.
That's
Don't
just
mind
mean.
it. Wait, why am I cleaning up your mess in the first place? Lynn! Lynn!
Poor Doug. Does not get any W's. Alright, so add in Lynn. Get our arts here. Wild Smash and Wild Bound, I know I want those. Okay, I had that there and that there. Fire Carnival, I don't remember staying. Super Shield, Trash Talk, that's the big one to get. I remember Reality Rift. Shield Wall, I think, was there. There's Cool Off. Okay, that's what I was looking for. Cool Off is there. Enhanced Stand, I think we used. Trying to remember what were the good arts I used to use. I know Flame Cloak wasn't one. I know Trash Talk and Cool Off were for sure there. Alright, then Side Slash. Nothing else need to worry about yet. And I don't care about your arts right now. You don't have any good ones. I will say the night theme gets better as time goes on, but man, it has a horrible start.
Everything from up here.
It beats walking, that's for sure.
The best way to see NLA. I never get tired of this view. It's like a different city every time.
It's certainly come a long way in the last few weeks. There's still so much to be done.
One day at a time.
Speaking of which, we don't really have time for a full pleasure cruise here. Why don't you give us the express tour, Lynn? Just the highlights.
Okay, you got it. New LA is divided into 4 districts. We departed from the Industrial District, where Doug and I were conducting the flight test. It has food production, skill development, you know, industries and stuff.
It's also where the West Gate is located, remember? Expect to pass through there fairly often.
We won't.
The only other gate out of the city is in the Administrative District.
We'll pass
I'm
through
skipping
that
ahead.
Next is the Commercial District.
What happened to all the
Restaurants,
fancy
cafes,
cars?
clothing,
The Hummer, where was
groceries,
that?
You name it. It's a veritable shopping paradise.
The CD is the closest thing to a downtown we've got. It can actually get pretty crowded sometimes.
Well, by NLA standards anyway. Day or night, the best and only
Especially the
bargains on
pizza
the
shop.
planet.
That place gets really crowded. You know what I mean.
To your right, the Residential District. Housing, housing, and more housing. Well, plus a nice park and the cathedral.
If you're ever looking for quiet time alone, or want to relax and unwind with a good book, that's the spot.
Right? The park is my favorite place to just zone out and chill. And last but not least, our destination, the administrative district. The nerve center at the heart of NLA.
I've never known who lives in the houses in the
Note
residential.
the distinct dual-level structure here. The upper level holds our administrative tower, home to Blade HQ and the government. Not to mention Armory Alley, as well as the barracks where we live. The lower level there is a hangar complex for Skell maintenance and repairs. And this concludes our tour. We will be landing shortly.
Thanks, Lynn. We'll save the rest of orientation for once we're back at the barracks.
Enjoy your stay in the administrative district, and thank you for flying Lindley Airlines.
Right. Let's get you over to the barracks. Then I should file my report. They'll be eager to hear the details on how I found you, I'm sure.
Well then, we better not keep them waiting. The barracks are pretty close, actually. They're set up just behind the giant blade tower here. That road there wraps around the left side and leads right to it.
We'll pass through Armory Alley, but let's not get sidetracked, okay? We can check it out later.
Yeah, I don't care about Armory Alley until I can use dual guns.
All right, I feel like a new man.
Discovers. Should I wait to discover these for when I'm blade points off of them? Yeah, I think I'm gonna wait. Speed through it. Hey. Then we'll go run around the city for a little bit.
And here we are. The Blade Barracks. Consider yourself our guest until we finish getting you registered. Feel free to come and go as you please.
I think I can answer that one.
Alright, here's Nagi.
So, you must be the latest rescue.
Also one of the best party members in the game, by the way.
Secretary Nagi!
Miss Koo. Chipper as always, I see.
What can I say? Pep is my middle name.
But he
I
is
ran
not
into
the one
Doug
I'm
Barrett
referring
on the
to.
way here, and he didn't seem quite so upbeat. Anything about today's flight I should know?
No. Nothing to worry about.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Be sure it stays that way. More importantly, Elma, you found another one. Excellent work out there.
Just doing my job, Mr. Secretary.
Now, as for officially registering our new citizen here...
Why don't we talk inside? There's a lot of ground to cover. It could take some time.
Ah yes, of course. Forgive me. You must be weary from the stasis and your journey back to us. Please, after you.
I'll put on some tea.
Here we go. Home sweet home. That everyone eventually pantry raids. I did have an R in there. Do not try to say otherwise.
Allow me to formally introduce myself. My name is Kentaro Nagi. You may remember me as Captain of the White Whale, but now I serve as Secretary of Defense here for New LA. The provisional government has charged me with keeping the peace, so all military and police matters fall under my jurisdiction.
He's also my superior officer. And he'd be an excellent person to talk to when you're ready to start looking for work.
What about a job right here with Blade? He seems capable.
Let's give it a little more time. At least until he knows enough to be able to make an informed decision. He seems to be suffering from some form of memory loss.
Memory loss? From the stasis?
He could barely remember his name, and nothing at all about what happened to Earth or the White Whale.
I see. Though, come to think of it, the entire lot of us have only been on this planet for what, 2 months? It shouldn't take very long to get caught up.
My thoughts exactly.
Well then, where should we begin?
Yeah, I was thinking maybe the people who run the businesses in the commercial district are the ones who live in the residential.
Ah, yes. All citizens of NLA are required to register their name, age, and occupation. We also ask you report any personal assets and take a short survey regarding your current state of health. All purely as a precaution. I'm sure you understand.
I didn't know there'd be a test. I didn't
As the
study.
caretakers of humanity's survival, we all have certain responsibilities.
And hey, it's not all bad. Registering gets you access to all kinds of public services.
Alright, well, my name is Kentaro Nagi, age 40, and my occupation is Secretary of Defense.
BLADE is an acronym. Builders of a legacy after the destruction of Earth. Quite fitting, I think. It's a relatively new organization. Up there in space, we had plenty of provisions, and a crew trained to handle the limited amount of situations we might encounter in our travels. But of course, all that changed after we lost most of our ship and came crashing down here on Mira. We needed food, water, search and rescue teams, surveyors, police. The list goes on and on. It was too much for the provisional government to manage on its own, so BLADE was born. The idea was to have one central organization with different disciplines to fill these various roles. Its core was pulled from the Coalition military, so it's mostly former soldiers. But fighting isn't our most important duty. Right now, we have a single top priority that supersedes all others. The search for and recovery of the Lifehold.
Take a look at this. The White Whale was designed to carry an exceedingly large number of passengers, all of them held in stasis. All housed in a structure called the Lifehold. This is a complete schematic of that facility. Only essential personnel were conscious and active for the journey from Earth. The flight crew, maintenance engineers. And of course, some military so we could defend ourselves if necessary. But the vast majority were in the Lifehold. Are in the Lifehold. With any luck, they're all still there, in stasis, waiting to be rescued. But there's a problem. We now know the Lifehold broke apart along with the rest of the ship when we came down on Mira. What we don't know is exactly where all the pieces landed. Not very comforting, I know. Blade's top priority now is locating the missing units.
Funny thing is I know exactly where it is, and if you try to check the location where it is early, it's not there. So you can explore to your heart's content, you won't find it.
It started at the end, 2 years ago. The end of Earth.
At least
the
in the
casualty
original
of a battle between two hyper-advanced alien civilizations. Their technology and weapons were beyond our comprehension. We were like infants, naked, powerless. The Earth was reduced to ash and blown away.
I still wonder if I hadn't been there. If maybe all of this could have somehow been avoided.
No one can know that, Elma. What we do know is without you, there'd have been no Project Exodus, and no escape for any of us.
Yep.
Did it go perfectly? No. But we are here, and we are alive. We survived.
I concur. Humanity would literally be destroyed.
So yes, Project Exodus. Once we learned the Earth might be threatened, we needed a plan to preserve all her various life forms. That plan was the Earth Life Colonization Project, otherwise known as Project Exodus.
Doesn't get a fancy acronym like Blade.
Those of us who escaped on the White Whale spent over 2 years wandering in space. 2 hard years. But we clung to our mission, find a habitable planet, and settle there. We had no idea how long it would take. Or that the decision would eventually be made for us.
The Xenoforms found us again, and, well, it wasn't a happy reunion. Earth wasn't enough. They wanted humanity destroyed.
Yep.
For better and for worse, we were close to planet Mira when we lost control of the White Whale. Inertia and gravity took it from there.
The ship had taken way too much damage to survive entering the atmosphere intact. We had no choice. We channeled all the power we had left to soft land the habitat. Once the dust cleared, we set to work transforming it into its current state. Searching for survivors, establishing Blade, installing the provisional government. Basically, making it a sustainable city.
In any case, I'm sure this is all a lot to digest. You'll be wanting some time.
Not really.
Ms. Ku, even I'm tired of hearing myself speak. Why don't you take our guest out for some air? Perhaps a tour of the administrative district.
Yes, sir. Come on, we'll keep this briefing brief.
All right. I have to get used to the I probably don't have enough of a level yet to do that. And we'll explore the barracks later once I can actually get rewards for it. There's a reason I'm waiting to really go in depth exploring everything.
You know, it's not every day we're authorized to let a civilian tour the administrative district.
Yeah. Nagi must really, really want him to join Blade.
The AD is a bit different from the other districts. It's got everything a Blade would need, all in one place, without any extra fluff.
Except pizza.
Get a load of that skill. Even the way that they walk is so cool. Oh yeah, work it, baby.
And they say women can't catcall.
Now this guy gets it.
Oh
Aren't
yeah,
they just
can't
the
wait.
coolest? Just everything about them. The lasers, the force fields, the bipedal and vehicular transformations. You ever have that dream where you're inside one and it's just transforming over and over and over? Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
No.
Actually, I don't normally show this to people, but I've been working on some Skell fanfiction. Hold on, I'll just pull it up here. 1 sec. Oh.
Yeah, can we not?
Sorry.
Originally, Skells were developed as a defensive measure to counter potential alien threats. It wasn't enough to save Earth, though. We were outnumbered and outgunned. Still, just look around you. New LA has gone from basically nothing to this in just 2 short months. We could never have come so far, so fast, without Skell technology. I'd love to get you into one to see for yourself, but it's not that simple.
Like chapter
Well, yeah,
6,
duh.
isn't it?
For one thing, only blades are allowed to pilot Skells. And even then, you need a license.
These aren't toys we're talking about. They're complex machines with powerful weapons.
That are also
And
toys.
they're a precious resource. We only have so many of them to go around. So yes, as you might imagine, the certification process is a fairly rigorous one.
I'm sure you're thinking, where do I sign up for the test? But it's not that simple. They choose you, not the other way around. You can't just walk in the front door and volunteer.
There is some criteria. The details are largely hidden, but basically, HQ only allows the cream of the crop to take the test. Blades who go above and beyond in their duties, and for the people of New LA in general.
For now.
So what do you say? If you become a blade and work hard, I'm sure it'll only be a matter of time before they tap you on the shoulder.
Speaking of work, that reminds me. Why don't we check out the mission control board first? That's where we take on our assignments.
And that's where I'll be
Good
spending
call.
a lot of my
Let's head on
off-stream
over.
time. All that. is cool.
So this is mission control.
Oh,
We don't have a
Eleonora's
dispatch
gone.
system yet, so blades usually choose their own assignments. Everyone comes here and selects from the missions available on the board.
And it's not just official blade tasks. Anyone with a request is free to post here. Businesses, citizens, whoever.
Yeah, it's basically how anything gets done in New LA, so the board is constantly updating. Just about every blade will stop by here at some point in their shift.
It's like our second home. You'll always find a number of blades around here, blowing off steam or browsing mission control for their next assignment.
Whenever I get freed up, I'll stop here first thing to check for any missions I might be suited for.
Likewise. And if the assignment seems too tough to handle solo, that's what the scout console is for. We should show you that next.
Something I did not get to
Hey,
use in my
who's
second
giving this tour
playthrough.
anyway? We also have the scout console, if the assignment seems too tough to handle solo. And Elma just said that, didn't she?
What's the scout console again? If my missions are too
Hey.
tough, what do I do? Yeah, this part was down by the time I did my second playthrough.
Ta-da! The Blade Scout Console. When the going gets tough, the tough go to the Scout Console. You know, to get tougher.
If you do end up joining us, you'll quickly realize just how important this little kiosk is.
It's not.
A lot of the mission control assignments are too much for any one blade to handle. They tend to call for multiple members with specialized knowledge or unique skills. This console lets you search for and recruit other blades to fill those roles for just such an occasion.
You can't spell blade without team. Sorta. Anyway, awesome, right? So, you ready to join up?
Hang on, Lynn. Take it easy, would you?
There may be no
What?
I in team.
I'm just
but there
saying,
is
you'd
an
have to be
Ev
some kind
either.
of an idiot not to want to join Blade. Or maybe a crazy person.
Hi, my name's Hawk.
And
I'm
here I
insane
thought you
from
might
Earth.
be pressuring our guest.
Apology accepted. Now, how about a little shopping? And I'm not talking about the stuff over in the commercial district. I'm talking about Armory Alley.
Speaking of basketball, you get crazy hops in this game.
So this street's what we call Armory Alley.
Blades can requisition equipment from any of the vendors here.
I won't lie, most Blade members face danger on a daily basis. Having the latest gear isn't about impressing your friends. It's a matter of survival.
True enough. And that goes not only for your personal armor and weapons, what we call ground gear, but for Skell equipment as well.
You can even buy whole Skells. Can you imagine owning your own Skell? Huh? Oh, right, the tour. I think all that's left is the heart of Blade itself. Blade Tower.
Hey!
Oh, that's... from myself. I just noticed that gets cut out. Well, at least we moved the camera before anything important was there.
So yeah, Blade Tower. When we come here, it's usually to stop by Blade HQ. The higher-ups, like Secretary Nagi and Commander Vandam, will spend most of their day here.
And Director General Shosan.
The government leaders, too. They're based in the tower. Guys like our new Director General Maurice Shosan, for example.
Blades sometimes report to the leadership here after we finish key assignments. You'll want to remember this place.
And that about does it for our tour. So, what do you think? Pretty amazing setup, right? You can't wait to join Blade, right?
Okay, Lynn, seriously, that's enough. We're not here to make a sales pitch. We just want you to have all the facts so you can make an informed decision to join us, or not.
Informed decision.
Now that you've seen
Track
where and
of
how
that.
we work, hopefully it made a good impression, but your decision will be just that. Your decision.
Yes, our decision.
In any case, let's head back to the barracks. Secretary Nagi will be
Yes,
waiting.
I definitely get a decision on this, for sure. No, I didn't check the map travel yet. Maybe I can't yet. He's just been chilling in our house while we've been gone.
Honey, we're home.
Yes, very amusing.
Who wants a fresh cup of tea?
Thank you, Ms. Gu, but I can't stay long. I just wanted to pass along a request from your commanding officer.
Make him
Commander
join Blade.
Vandam. Does it have anything to do with our new arrival?
Correct. He stopped by while you were out on your tour. He said he'll come back, but that I shouldn't wait to ask you.
Here we go. I bet I can guess.
You probably can. He wants to fast-track our new friend here for Blade duty with a training assignment. What in the hell are we waiting for? As he put it.
What in the hell are we
The
waiting
commander
for?
does have a way with words.
Makes even my pitch sound smooth.
I explained about the memory issues, but he didn't see it as a problem. And to be honest, given our current need for Blade recruits, I can't say I entirely disagree.
Hey, it's not me you need to convince. Blade service is voluntary, remember?
Voluntary.
Of course, and I would never force or coerce anyone.
Definitely not.
Well, friend, what do you say? Can we count on you to do your part?
Heck no!
Ms. Ku, how much do you know about life pods?
Life pods? You mean like from the white whale?
Yes, those life pods. Like the one Elma, a Blade, rescued our friend here
Here
from.
comes the guilt
Emphasis on the word rescued. Because if you aren't released, you just sit there frozen in stasis forever.
Laying it on
So
thick.
did you have an engineering question about life pods? Or is this all part of the guilt trip?
I'm sure I have no idea what you're talking about.
I'm pretty
Now,
sure
what'll it
Nagi
be,
used...
friend?
I'm pretty sure Nagi just used all his vacation time going on that guilt trip.
I knew you'd make the right choice.
Yeah, choice.
Welcome to the organization.
That's always
Elma,
one of my favorite
you can start
things.
on your team.
It's
You'll
just
begin
saying
training
no to that.
immediately.
Yes, Mr. Secretary. With pleasure.
I did that on my first playthrough as
All
well.
right. Welcome to the Cool Kids Club.
Now then, let's discuss that training assignment.
You can move. the
We've
camera
decided to
during
start
this.
you out on a probe installation, just to get your feet wet.
I guess we should back up a bit. Here in New LA, we're using a specialized computer system called Frontier Nav to help us deploy a sensor grid across Mira. A network of data probes that allows us to monitor conditions and collect all kinds of information about the planet.
Expanding that grid and filling in the blind spots is one of Blade's highest priorities. Here, take a look at this. What you're seeing on screen is a terrain map that includes New LA and the surrounding landmass.
Primordia.
As you can see, we've divided the area into a series of hexagonal blocks. We call these blocks segments, and together they form our grid. We determined this was the most efficient pattern, given the limited range of our probes. Based on it, we know exactly where we need the probes to go. Now we just have to install them.
The sooner the better, as far as I'm concerned. The Frontier Nav probes can also detect the general locations of living things in the vicinity, which comes in handy if we need to track down a Blade or another citizen.
Yes, quite handy indeed. So for this first exercise, you'll be heading here, to that white segment. Go there, install the data probe, and then come back home.
Got it. East of the city.
In that case, we can take the East Gate out of the administrative district, right? We should be there in no time.
I wonder if the North Gate's may be accessible now.
I'll leave the details on the data probe installation procedure to you,
I'm
Elma.
pretty sure it's always closed.
Of course, Mr. Secretary. All right, you two, shall we?
Exit was in the original.
Yeah! Training or not, let's go install the hell out of that probe!
Oh, chapter 2 already. Yeah, chapters I'm pretty sure get longer from here. Forgot to put me in a division.
Man, am I glad we pulled an assignment to the east of the city this time. It'd be a long walk all the way back over to the West Gate.
Hold on. Are we even sure the East Gate will be open? Last I heard, it was still on lockdown from all the high-level indigen activity.
It was, but they just lowered the threat level earlier today. The gates are officially open for business. One of our teams must have gone out there and kicked some furry indigen butt, huh?
It's definitely us.
Seriously? That was you? Cool.
I don't think so. Those Grexes we took down were fairly routine. Definitely not something they'd lock both gates over, at least.
Oh, I disagree.
Then I take my cool back. But wait a sec. You guys fought Grexes? The two of you? Hey, that's still pretty cool. They've been hassling a lot of teams lately, especially how they hunt in packs and all.
Let's not get too excited. Confidence can be good. Overconfidence can be fatal, especially when you're new.
Yeah, you're right.
But enough talk. We've got our mission to deal with. Let's head out.
Roger. That probe isn't gonna install itself. Let's get to the East Gate, shall we?
Okay.
Hey!
So I can now open the map now, take a look at everything. Tier nav. All the probes are gonna go out to Noctilum. Okay, so we get to see the whole thing in one go now. Yeah, you can. Was there always something all the way out there? I did not know that. I might have to go out to that. I didn't. Have I run into this one? I might have gotten to that one. Definitely not this one either. I did not know that there were islands all the way out there. That's pretty cool. But yeah, this place is this game is just massive in terms of the just the sheer size of the world map.
We can do this!
Engaging. Lay down some fire.
Let's see him chew on this!
Shadow strike.
Now, close in and clean up!
Move in and do some damage.
Move! Okay, here comes the pain!
Try to get a level before we go anywhere. Ah, that's where the LR. Okay.
I'll get the jump on him! Attack up close!
They've seen us!
Now, my turn. Nice. Move in and do some damage.
Okay, here comes the
Straight
pain!
ahead.
Flame grenade!
Target in sight. Sight left nice. Move in and do some damage. Sliding splinter. Shadow strike.
Good idea! I'll cut him down the side! Flame grenade!
Hit him again for me!
Almost rankings. I'm debating if I want to fight both epics or not. Might still be a little too much.
They look pretty strong!
You
ready for anything?
Good idea! I'll cut him down the side!
So yeah, the blue line
Shadow
here.
strike. Side slash.
Gold hammer! On it! Take this!
Slide splinter.
Robe armor!
Side slash. Slide splinter. Screaming muscle neutralized. Switch to close range combat.
I own them, don't worry! I'm all over this! Now, close in and clean up! Flame grenade!
Finally got my first.
Upper hand. Side slash. Slide splinter.
Robe armor!
Yeah, when a arc has that CP
Now,
in the middle of it,
close
that
in
means
and
the
clean
cost
up.
mention point is usually 1,000. You see
Now
that below
it's my
health.
turn.
You get TP,
Slide nice.
Victory is
Some
ours!
damage. Nice work.
and your potential determines how much TP you get out of it. Your auto attacks. That's why it's a very important stat.
I'll get the jump on him! Attack up close!
What? They've seen us!
What shadow strike?
You didn't see that coming!
I'll drop
Infuriate!
Move in and do some damage.
Okay, victory is ours!
Let's keep it up!
Hey, trash talk required. That's
What?
They've seen us!
They're off guard. Stagger them with melee
Send them
attack.
for a loop!
Shadow Strike!
Assault hammer! Flame grenade!
Side flash!
Now, close in and clean up!
Nice of them to now show in the dark.
Scream Edge!
This team never loses!
We got him. Let's move.
Shadowrunner is that great. If I remember correctly. Upgrade Wild Smash, and we'll upgrade Wild Smash. Debate Fire Carnival. One more level and she's got Ghostwalker. And I'm not going to waste any of his points up to these artists, since I'm not going to use them anyway. At least not at first. Maybe I'll use them down the line. Play around with builds. I should have done that. Too late. Alright, time for the next battle theme. Rip Goggles.
What the hell happened here? You don't think that one Sinicula could have killed all these simius?
Oh, there's Simius, not Gogol.
Unless
Unless... what?
this is bad.
What's bad? I don't follow you.
That Sinicula. It's a tyrant.
Huh? But it looks just like any other Sinicula.
Think about it. Your typical simius is way higher up on the food chain than your typical Sinicula, right? Usually we'd find one simius standing over 3 or 4 Sinicula corpses. But here, the tables have been turned. And I don't see a single trace of any other indigents in the area. There's only one explanation. That Sinicula is a tyrant.
Let me check the Blade Report database. If there's a tyrant this close to the city, someone must have run across it. Bingo. There was a Sinicula tyrant sighted not too long ago, but it was a couple of segments further out.
Well,
It could have followed the blade that spotted it back towards New LA, or come here to feed, or who knows what.
That's crazy. I can't believe there's a tyrant right on our doorstep and HQ isn't doing a thing about it.
Well, don't forget why they sent us here in the first place. Frontier Nav's range is still limited.
Oh, right. They couldn't track it if there's no local probe. They must have lost it when it went off the grid.
let's take it out.
Whoa, whoa, whoa there, rookie. We're talking about a tyrant here. Do you even understand what that means?
Yep.
We should probably explain. Tyrant is our term for any indigenous life form that falls outside of our usual threat ranking system. In other words, they're too powerful for us to even measure how dangerous they would be to take on.
And too powerful doesn't always just mean physically strong. If a creature has even a single especially nasty trait, it's classified as a tyrant.
Even some of Blade's very best teams have come back with serious injuries after running into a tyrant in the field. If they come back at all.
Well, they're rank 2. We're below, for sure.
As long as you understand the risks involved.
Yep. We're good.
Lynn,
Count me in. The same goes for everyone in New LA, but if we're gonna settle here on this planet, we're gonna have to get used to dealing with tyrants now and then. Besides, if I need to, I can always run away while it's busy chewing on one of you guys.
You don't need to outrun the bear. Just
fair
your
enough. But don't push it, okay? Either of you. If we can take it down, great, but if not, even just luring it away would be a moral victory. As long as we buy enough time to install the probe, we can use Frontier Nav to track it, or any other tyrant that comes this close to the city from now on. Just make sure you're ready before we attack. This will be tougher than anything else we've faced.
That's actually true. It definitely is. Ah, they're finally telling us about appendages.
We have no choice but to fight.
Here we go!
Good idea.
Uncontrollable.
Throw armor. Assault hammer on it. Take this.
Fire carnival!
Side slash! Not balance! Slide! Flick 'em! Suck nice! Move in and do some damage! Upper hand! Use an aura! Get control of the battle!
Don't worry. I'm all over this. Easy now. Play it safe with an aura.
Slide! Flick 'em!
Thanks for the backup.
Shadow strike! Suck nice! Move in and do some damage!
Fire carnival!
Okay. Here comes the pain.
Slide! Flick 'em! Appendage destroyed! Move in and strike!
Okay. Here comes the pain. Flame grenade.
Side slash! Move in and keep the rhythm going!
Take this. Now, close in and clean up.
Shadow strike!
Good idea. I'll cut him down the side.
Slide nice! Move in and do some damage!
Okay. Here comes the pain.
Watch me lay into it!
Side slash!
Fire carnival!
Slide nice! Move in and do some damage!
Right as I do it.
Scream at
Easy win.
We are awesome!
Nice work, Lynn. You fought well. You did too. Now
It's
let's
just
get
a
down to
warm-up.
business and install that data probe.
We gotta go over
If
and
we
show
stay here for
Lucille.
long, there's no telling what other playmates might show up. This beam of light indicates a frontier nav site. It marks the ideal spot to bury the probe.
Okay, the probe should be ready for insertion. I'll just boot it up.
Thanks, Lynn. The top half of the cylinder contains the probe itself. The bottom half is a laser. It dissolves the soil so the probe can burrow to the proper depth. We tried just planting them on the surface at first, but we kept running into problems with the local wildlife damaging the goods.
Makes sense.
Burying them is going to save us all a lot of time and headaches in the long run. We all set?
Yes, ma'am. Whenever you're ready.
Why don't you do the honors? You can launch it right from your comm device. Give it a try.
Sure. What could go wrong? That coloring. That looks more red than
Good.
brown.
Now we just need to
saying.
give it a minute to reach the target depth.
And installation complete.
This is one thing I'll be
We
doing
are
a
now
lot
online
off-stream
with a
is
solid
planning
connection to Frontier Nav.
Excellent. See? At the end of the day, there's really not much to it. The hardest part was calculating the ideal probe locations. We need them spread out evenly to maximize data collection.
Yep, planting probes is easy. And the more we plant, the more likely we are to find missing crew. So anytime you see a probe site, there's no excuse not to plant that sucker.
That'll do it for your training. Let's head back to the barracks and report to Secretary Nagi.
Should be able to fast travel now, right? Nah, it's not that risky. It's actually riskier on a scale if you build yourself right. Okay, cool. They now show you that. They don't do that anymore. Or they didn't do that in the original. That's nice. Alright, so... Oh, they don't... Okay, they do still lock some specific ones. There's some nice data that they give you that they didn't have before. Okay. They now give us rewards for specific undeveloped area. Oh, I know what the undeveloped area is. I know what it is. Okay. Don't worry about it. Why was I not able to do that? Yeah, I don't mind going on a 10K every time I need to do a quest, but I would prefer to have my fast travel at this point. Here we go. This is the actual NLA thing. I missed you. About skeleton, but they're rolling around with the speed of sound.
Commander Vandam.
Well now, look what the cat dragged in.
His voice different. Sounds like he needs
Sorry
a
we
lozenge.
missed you last time. We could have come to meet you at HQ, you know.
Indeed. I suggested as much. Twice.
And we know how much I enjoy being told what to do. Anyway, I hear you tangled with a tyrant, way out of your league, on a training mission, no less.
Out of my league. It was level 5.
That was reckless, and goddamn magnificent.
Yay! Chapter 2 done! You're just gonna bump us right into Chapter 3, are they?
So, Commander, to what do we owe the pleasure of your visit here today?
Well, I can't just ask Nagi to do everything for me. I'd be out of a job.
Hey, I delivered you the new recruit, didn't I?
Yeah, you won the bet. Don't worry about it, all right? I'll settle up with you later. You know I'm good for it.
The bet?
I'm sure I'm needed elsewhere. If you'll all excuse me, Commander.
I want to know about this bet, too.
Well, that wasn't obvious at all.
Huh. Look at you two. I swear, you're like two children excited about a new toy.
Look who's talking. I don't recall ever seeing you file a request to personally train a rescue before.
Is that so odd?
It is before we'd even asked him to become a blade, little Miss Stick in the Rear.
Usually I ask when I don't get your slang expressions, but something tells me to just let that one go.
Probably.
Enough about that. Where are your manners, anyway? I still haven't been introduced to our new recruit here.
Commander Vandam is Blade's top officer.
In a past life, I was chief engineer on the White Whale. Same idea, basically. Someone has a problem, I fix it. You follow? Huh. Not much for conversation, are you?
So you still haven't told us why you're here. From the look of things, I'm guessing this isn't a social call.
You don't think?
No. So let's cut the crap and get down to business.
Ha! Sounds like you're learning my expressions just fine, Elma. Anyway, first we need Chatty Cathy here to choose a division and pull an assignment. Whoa there, Itchy Trigger.
I know about the division.
I know you're just
Fine.
chafing at the bit to run out there and grab the world by its tail, but you need to choose a division first. Once that's all hashed out, we can get into detail about what your first assignment's
Planting a
gonna
bunch of
be.
probes. I think that's the one.
Pretty much everyone in New LA works for Blade, in one of several different fields. Helping to explore Mira, or to maintain order in the city, or, well, you remember Nagi's speech, right? There are 8 different fields in all, and each one has its own branch within Blade. Officially, they're called divisions. Naturally, you'll want to choose one that best suits your personality and your talents.
Let's start with the Pathfinders. Pathfinder's #1 responsibility is planting data probes, like you did on your training mission. It may not be the sexiest job, but important? You bet your ass it's important. We've only been on Mira 2 months. We don't know jack about this place. The more probes we install, the faster we can get our bearings here and give ourselves a fighting chance.
We've already detailed how important it is we expand the Frontier Nav network ASAP. So, for the time being, I'll just remind you of the highlights. It helps us keep Blade safe. It helps us keep the city safe. And most important of all, it's the key to locating the missing parts of the Lifehold and recovering the rest of the human race.
Okay, next up, Interceptors. You met Akalov and Evans, right?
Another good
Irina
choice.
and Gwen, this is their division.
Actually, I don't think
Interceptors
any of
have
them are a
one
bad
main duty.
choice.
Protect New LA and everyone in it from the wildlife here on Mira. Right now, this is probably our busiest division. Interceptors ride shotgun for the research eggheads, they escort VIPs around, and they help any other idiots who get caught out there with their pants down.
Next are the Harriers. Remember Doug Barrett, the Skell pilot conducting the test flight with Lynn? He's part of the Harriers.
Bose too.
If you think of the Interceptors as defense, Harriers would be New LA's offense. They specialize in preemptive strikes on clear and obvious threats. But only on clear and obvious threats. They're not meant to go out and just blast any indigen that moves.
But I need my experience.
And you got your Reclaimers. These guys are in charge of finding the other pieces of the White Whale.
Right, Yelv's in here.
Among other things, that is. Including anything of ours left behind after a battle. Skell debris, weapons, personal effects. It can get a bit morbid, frankly, but it's gotta be done. Until we're up and running here on Mira, and have this place completely figured out. Everything we brought from Earth needs to be treated like it's irreplaceable. Also, the search for the Lifehold. That's mostly on the Reclaimers.
Next, Curators.
Yeah, murderesses.
Curators are the first to scout ahead to unexplored territory, bringing back whatever samples they can get their hands on. Fruits, bugs, sticks and stones,
This is the one I picked
you name
on my
it.
second playthrough for a very specific reason.
It's not all picking berries, though. Being a curator also means being the first to encounter unknown indigens.
Next? All right, Prospectors. Prospectors do, well, prospecting. They poke around, looking for minerals, resources,
At least
and
I can't
whatnot.
tell.
Things we need for everyday life here. We packed all the essentials we could on the White Whale, but that won't last forever. We need to be able to replenish our water and fuel if we want to survive. And sooner or later, we're gonna have to figure out how to replace things from scratch. From the socket on a Skell's knee joint, right down to the frying pan in Lynn's kitchen. Without these guys busting their butts, we'd have no future to speak of.
Next up, outfitters. All of our ground gear and Skell weaponry is developed in conjunction with private arms manufacturers, or AMs. Outfitters are Blade's way of supporting these AMs. They'll seek out anything that might inspire new weapon ideas, and even assist with testing new prototypes.
Finally, the mediators. These are the folks who keep everything hunky-dory with John and Joan Q public.
That would be hope.
Any problems a civvy has, they come to mediators. Fight with your neighbor? Mediators. Lost cat? Mediators.
Isn't everyone in Blade, though? Isn't there no such thing as a civvy?
It's not a division for everyone. You need to be a jack of all trades, and a people person.
So not me.
Someone with my charming personality? Probably not the best mediator. But if you got what it takes, it's a clutch role, keeping things cool on the home front.
All right, so I think that's all 8 divisions. Any idea which one you'd like to join?
You can change
Don't
the
fret
division
about it too
anytime.
much. Whichever you choose, you still have a lot of freedom in how you operate. Mediators can still get out there and mix it up, hunt indigents, whatever. And if a Harrier wants to take a break and settle an argument, that's their prerogative too. To be honest, even though it's sort of frowned upon, you can actually change your division whenever you like. So
Unless
there's
the
really no
servers are
reason
down.
to stress about this. All right, you ready to choose?
Yeah, and? We're on pins and needles here.
So yeah, each of these divisions affects how quickly your blade level rises. So Pathfinders will get more experience off of planting data probes and finding new locations. Whereas Curators, those items you'd picked up, the blue crystals in the open world, they get more points for that. And Interceptors get more points from killing randos, Harriers for tyrants, etc. So pick whichever one you want to do the most. And early on, Pathfinder's good, but you want to change divisions once you've planted all the probes to something like, say, a Curators or whatever else you want. That's why my second playthrough, when I knew I couldn't change divisions because the servers were down, I picked Curators first, because you get far more points picking up all the random items around all over the place, and that just gets your blade level up so fast once you're in late game. But Pathfinders early on, it's pretty good.
Then it's settled?
None of them are a bad choice, by the way. Pick your favorite. It's settled.
All right. Thank God that's over. By the power invested in me, yada yada, you're officially a Blade.
Congrats, and welcome.
I know you're gonna do great.
Now for the job. Let's get down to brass tacks. Nelson's team has gone missing. Last contact we had, they were installing a data probe out in eastern Primordia. Then, nothing.
Nelson. Pathfinders, right?
Are we talking indigents here or what?
Your guess is as good as mine, but they did have a Skell with them. You'd think they could hold their own, or at least run away.
All right, we're on it. We'll head to their last known location and go from there.
Report whatever you find ASAP.
Of course. Let's move out.
Roger that.
Chapter 3, recommended level 9. This looks like we'll need to level up a little bit. Yay, now we've got fast travel. So yeah, basic missions are the things I'm going to be doing a lot of off-stream here. These ones, for sure, are only going to be on stream. These these I'm not so sure on. It depends. It's case by case. There's some normal missions I'm absolutely doing on stream because they are amazing. So you can get info on segments from random people in the city. Alrighty. So, oh, I can change division here now, so maybe I don't have to worry about the server shutting down. So I've got the main. Alright, we want black. Everything looks better in black. There we go. Alright, we like it. I'll keep blade for now. Lighting. Light. What bonus items did I just get? Tell me the bonus items I got, dang it! Yeah, here you'll eventually be able to display figures of various things you fight and beat. Sleeping quarters are in there. If you want to do the online missions, that's in the back out here. We'll get to that later, potentially. And all the skells, whenever we unlock them, can be placed out to here. I was hoping I'd get some exploration here, but I guess not. Because now that I'm a Pathfinder, I'll actually get blade points for going out and exploring. That's why I waited, is I wanted to max out what I get.
Great!
Now what?
Oh, I should get another party member. Affinity chart flunky. Excuse you. That's kind of rude.
Got it. Well.
I think I went. When should be out here somewhere? Maybe I can't remember yet.
I see.
I know where Arena is, so I'll go check if I can.
Well.
It's so weird not being able to look down and see my map. That's gonna take some getting used to.
Oh, listen.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, there's no arena here, so I can't
Sir.
I already do know all about it, but I'm not going to. I want to raise the affinities. Raise the affinities high enough, you can start getting some arts from some of the allied units. So like you can get Ghost Factory off Elma, which is lets everybody dodge everything for a select amount of hits, which is really good. About Frontier Nav and all that. Yeah, so this is gonna be the main way you make money. Or at least the easiest way to make money. Map here. So place the data probes, and depending on the type, you can get cash outs from it. So like I'll put a mining probe here. There isn't a option here anymore. But yeah, eventually you'll get different types of probes, and depending upon the ones you place, you can get money out of them, or you can get a resource called uranium that you're gonna want a lot of. There's other ones that'll increase the, let's see. Here's the thing you can salvage here.
Oh, listen.
So far, they don't seem to be exclusively based off of rank. We'll have to see if that continues. I want to fast travel too.
1, 2, 3, 4.
They want me to install the probes there, and there. So let's, or no, they want me to go out to there. Fast travel here. Go out to all those spots to explore. Direct view of the city that's up here. There it is.
Open fire! Follow me!
Carnival!
Here comes the pain!
Shadow strike! Sub-appendage destroyed. Move in and strike.
Alright, you're in for it! Yes! Now get in close! This team never loses!
Let's keep it up.
Oh yeah, the other way to get TP is if you do soul. If you get a perfect on the soul challenge, that also gives you 300 TP that way. Starting to enter the danger zone.
You're like a new man!
Cooking got better.
Again, I'm spamming A. I will have to break that up. Alright, so with that installed, we can head north. As long as they don't have the eye or the sound symbols next to them, you don't really have to worry about them trying to attack you. Just kind of run through it. Remember, pick up these items along the way. You'll need them later. Even better if you can remember where you got them from. I like how they now give you the hint here. That's been pretty nice. It's a good replacement since you can't just click it on your gamepad. You used to be able to. We'll have
Watch how it's done.
Be ready for anything. Slide! Slinger! Shadow strike!
Assault hammer!
Fire carnival!
Flame grenade!
Hit him again for me!
Recuperate! Room armor!
Nice! Move in and do some damage.
Okay, here comes the pain. Now, close in and clean up.
Now, my turn.
I'm not telling you all that info on the bottom left.
Shadow
for,
strike!
No
getting
pushing!
Slide! Slinger!
Now, close in and clean up.
Side slash!
It all comes down to teamwork.
I don't know why they even bother.
Mining probe, swap over. So the other thing about the probes is if you have the same type in 3 different ones, it chains them all together and makes them better at what they're doing. Some of these spots can have extra rare resources that you can use them for. The research probe gets you money. And the mining probe will get you uranium and rare materials. And there's other types as well, like boosters, duplicators that you'll run into later. Some that help out with combat, like a ranged attack probe that increases range damage here and there. It's up to you to figure out how to balance them. So yeah, that mill sword level 52. They're just massive. Now we'll head over to Crucible, actually.
Open fire! Follow me!
I've got your cover fire.
Shadow strike!
Assault hammer! Blast them before they get up! Alright, you're in for it!
Suck nice! Move in and do some damage.
Okay, here comes the pain!
Watch me lay into it. Can't seem to get fired up.
Now I'm feeling it!
Shadow strike! Split! Side slash! Use an aura! Get control of the battle!
Fire
Flame
carnival!
grenade! This never loses!
Let's keep it up.
True on any planet.
Almost maxed out Drifter. Someday you'll get rank 7 over there. There's our Rotbard equivalent over there, level 81. The Xenoblade X takes it one further.
This is good.
Oh, whatever.
Open fire! Follow me!
Target in sight!
Fire carnival!
Shadow strike! Side slash!
Now,
This to me.
close in and
Fire.
clean up!
My turn!
Top. Close in.
Okay, here comes the pain!
Slide! Slinger!
Infuriate!
Upper hand!
This is nothing. Rome armor!
Shadow strike!
Leave me!
Yeah.
Just take down our foe!
Side slash!
I'd use those in the wrong order.
Shadow runner!
Fire carnival!
Didn't expect to get hit for most of my health right then.
Can't seem to get fired up. You okay?
I owe you.
We can do this.
Upper hand.
No, we got it.
Flame flow.
Now
Creature
that
can
I
be
need.
destroyed. Move in and strike.
Okay. Here comes the flame. Flame grenade. Infuriate.
Guys, take it from
Assault hammer.
Scream edge. Side
Keep me in
slash.
order of resurrection.
Slide knife. Move in and do some damage.
Okay. Here comes the pain. Robe armor.
Side slash. Shadow strike. Slide knife. Move in and do some damage.
Okay. Here comes the
Upper
pain.
hand.
This is nothing.
Use an aura. Get control of the battle.
I would love to use an
Side
aura. I don't have one.
Guys.
Respawn now. I don't think Elma's soloing that one. Did not mean to fight 2 level 10s. Okay, I am where I thought it was. Seemed off. Yeah, I want to head over to the lake in this direction. That's where he is. There he is. I'm pretty sure. About to find out. Yep, Lucille the Eternal, level 92. In my previous runs, I have killed him. He's actually not that tough once you've got the right build together, but man, that guy was my goal for a long time. Very happy to finally beat him. Yep, Lucille the Eternal, there he is. We got a 33, a 25, 25, 28, 39. Dude's just in a different league. Yep. And if you get a good amount of decoys and time it right. Oh, there we go. I just got my 510 from my frontier nav. Eventually, I'll get that into the tens of hundreds of thousands. At least that's the goal. Let's get our mining total up. So the main thing with your frontier nav is you've got to make sure that your mining total is never higher than your storage limit. Otherwise, you're just leaving things out to dry.
Go.
Alright. It's easy. without a skill.
Open fire! Follow me!
Target fire!
Okay.
Engaging.
Here comes the pain.
Fire for me.
Assault and flame grenade!
Side slash appendage destroyed. Move in and strike.
I can't move! Good idea. I'll cut him down to size. Throw armor!
Slide knife. Move in and do some damage.
Okay. Here comes the pain.
See, that's what the problem is. Come on out. Even unequipped.
Side slash.
That's
I'll get
annoying.
the jump on him. Attack up close.
Shadow strike.
Oh, crap. Heal me.
Let me
Hurry.
Appreciate it. Nice. Move in and do some damage.
Okay. Here comes the pain.
Fire time now. Melee attack. Side slash. Upper hand.
Throw
I can't move. Slide.
Slowly getting my TP back. It's incredibly annoying not having blood sacrifice. Yep, definitely. We'll go explore everything. I'll plant more probes than you, though. Alright, we got ourselves a gauze eye patch now. Something we've always wanted.
Alright. Feel like a new
My
man.
cooking got better.
That's how I wanted. South. There is a data probe in that relic.
Open fire. Follow me.
Target in sight. Nice. Move in and do some damage.
Okay. Here comes the pain.
Shadow strike.
Oh, you're
Side slash.
Sorry. I can't seem to get fired up.
Come on. Get pumped.
Slide knife. Move in and do some damage.
I might need to run. I did not notice that it was level 7.
Oh, crap.
I will heal up first.
Hurry.
Almost down, but not out.
Yeah,
Don't want it to
Shadow runner.
This.
Shadow strike. Some nice. Move in and do some damage.
Stuff on a whole different planet. No peace looking at the sky. Trouble's always all around, so we stay quick with the guns and cannons. Standing as long as we can.
Yeah, I just saw a bunch of 5s and 6s. I didn't see it was level 11. If it was alone, I could probably fight it. But right now, surrounded with those, probably not a good idea.
All right.
They're off
So,
guard. Stagger them with a melee
I'll
attack.
send them for a loop.
Shadow strike.
Flame grenade.
Strike.
Close in and clean up.
Watch me lay into him.
Side slash.
Fire carnival.
Throw armor.
Use an aura. Get control of
Don't
the
worry.
battle.
I'm all over this. Split. Now, close in and clean up.
Slide.
Watch me lay into him.
Nice. Move in and
Hey,
do some
no
damage.
Okay. Here comes the pain.
Shadow strike.
This is nothing. I'm so
Upper hand.
Oh, third one came in. I didn't see it. It's annoying. I think it used to tell you how many you were fighting. I don't know if they have that. Hello, Lucy. Just need one thing to fight, please. Just something alone. I want to get out of Drifter already and get myself into my dual gun.
They look pretty strong.
We should weaken them just to be safe.
Good idea. I'll
Fire!
cut them
Fire!
down.
Shadow strike!
Assault hammer! Blast them before they
Scream
get up.
edge! Side slash!
Damn. I need
I
healing.
need you up first!
Thanks for the backup.
Slinger! Suck nice! Move in and do some damage!
Roam armor!
Shadow strike!
Watch me lay into it.
Now, melee attacks!
Flame grenade!
Scream edge!
Okay, here comes the pain!
Carnival!
Tough.
Recuperate!
Touch me up! Side slash! Slide!
Close in and clean up!
Watch me lay into it. Flame cloak!
I owe you
Didn't
one.
see that coming.
Early bird.
Gun him down!
Shadow strike! Side slash!
Assault hammer! Blast them out before they get up!
There we go. Expert Drifter. Classes. And we want Commando yesterday, please. Strike. All of them are pretty good in some way, because like Enforcer gets you access to Mastermind. Commando gets you Full Metal Jaguar, and then Duelist is your end game eventually with Blossom Dance. But for me, I want Commando first. Alright, so auto set. Change our fashion gear later. Yeah, it's not what I wanted. Go with the basic for now. Yep. We all know fashion is very important. Oh, my arts. What I got here. Yeah, nothing great yet, just early bird and black slash, but that'll change. I get electric surge, that's a pretty good one, although that's Full Metal Jaguar. Side slash, okay, as soon as I finish Commando, I'll get Stream Edge. Upper hand's an early one. 8. Commando rank 6 is Shadowrunner. Zero. There's our god tier art we need to get eventually. Sliding Slinger is going to be unlocked pretty early. That's good. Violent Streaks, Wing Viper rank 3. Okay.
do this!
Engaging! Lay down fire! I've got your cover fire! Shadow strike! Suck nice! Move in and do some damage! Let's lay into it! Early bird!
Backslash!
Slide!
Now, close in and clean up!
Lay into it! Side splash!
Yeah, I'm just gonna go down here for a while now while I'm yawning.
Shadow strike! Upward hand! Slide knife! Move in and do some damage!
Okay, here comes the pain!
Side slash!
Alright, you're in for it!
Shadow runners!
Backslash! Team never loses!
We got him. Let's move.
Perfect. Primer has been unlocked for Elma. Primer is one of the most important things to have on her. It is insanely good. It's a TP booster and lets you crit, or makes you crit harder. Which Elma is all about damage. Bit of a run to get over here. I think for now I'll finish chapter 3 and then call it a night. Ah, that's how they punch it. That's boring. We're going this way. Oh,
Strength comes from experience. That's true on any front.
well, Elma's level 9. Does that count?
Damn. I knew we would have heard from them by now.
It was definitely fighting something. But this damage, it's not the usual claw or bite marks.
No signs of the team. If they were eaten, we'd know it. So did they walk away, or were they taken?
We're looking.
Right. Either way, they couldn't have gotten very far. Let's keep looking.
Hold up, Elma. Check this out. I'm picking up an Earth-based IFF signal coming from that direction. It's Pathfinder.
That thing over there, maybe?
It doesn't look natural, does it?
No, it doesn't. It looks like trouble.
And look at this. I'm picking up readings for other life forms, too. Multiple signals, moving around inside the structure. Elma, you don't think...
I think you're right. Look at their movements. They're controlled, orderly. They're definitely not wild animals. Now the question is, are they native to Mira? Or are they visitors like us? And if so, from where?
You think it's one of the forces that destroyed Earth?
Let's not jump to any conclusions. It's a big universe out there. Of course, we shouldn't rule it out either.
Should we call this into HQ?
Yes, but not from here. If we're picking up their signals, they might be close enough to intercept ours.
You there! Drop your weapons!
Stay calm. We don't want to provoke them.
Earth aliens! Surrender! Now!
It's one of those surrender
They know
and
about
die
Earth?
deals.
You may have been right after all, Lynn. Stand down! Did you already forget my first lesson? Fighting is a last resort.
Yeah,
Our friends
I know their
appear to be
resort.
able to speak our language. Which means we need to find out if diplomacy is a viable option.
It's not.
You're right.
We come in peace, and we're willing to negotiate. If you have any Earth alien prisoners, we'd ask the conditions for their release. If you don't, we'll leave you in peace.
No negotiations. No conditions. We have
say
our
anything.
orders. All Earth aliens must die.
What? What?
We have no choice.
Excuse me?
I'll get the jump on him. Backflash! Backflash!
Oh, that is broken.
Melee attack!
Oh my god.
Nice. Move in and do some damage.
Okay! Here comes the pain!
Oh, that is nuts.
Backflash!
Now that's how to evade. You can do it.
Time for a little
Strike.
optical confusion.
Upper hand.
Backflash!
Also neutralized. Switch to close range
Don't worry,
combat.
I'm all over this.
Slide. Shadow runner.
Alright, you're in
Alright,
for
now
it.
the question is, how do I get it?
Backflash! Now, close it and clean up.
My turn.
Not possible.
Because that's going to be nuts if it does
so
what I
much
think
for
it's
the
going to do.
diplomatic approach. What's the deal with wanting us all dead anyway?
Yeah, I
God,
wonder.
0-0
They
with a
did
quick
mention they were
cooldown.
following orders. Maybe someone higher up their chain of command would be willing to negotiate.
Okay, additional energy clips for surveying. Digging up all these things gives you gives you experience, and then depending on the type, it can give you different things. Mechanical usually gives experience and some and even probes. I forget exactly what the other ones do. I believe you can get battle points off of bioforms. I don't remember what architecture is.
Lynn, can you give us an approximate location for that IFF signal?
Let's see. Seems to be originating from that building over there.
Then we'd better get moving. There's no time to lose.
I would agree. Let's get schmovin'. Oh good, our old friend the Pugil.
Open fire! Follow me!
I've got your cover fire.
Shadow strike. Carnival. Now. Melee attack.
Upper hand! Now! Close in and clean up!
Now, it's my turn!
Fire Carnival!
I like how they tell you the name of the moves too. I don't think they did that.
Sliding Slither!
Backslash!
Side slash!
Now!
Yeah,
Close
might
in
have
and
been
clean
like
up!
a small thing that was hard to see. Lynn. Remember thermal payload and iron prison being that important. Skills. Eventually, are we gonna get any good ones here? Maybe background noise can do stuff. Aura Burst, that one's really good. Aura Burst is really good. Hellhound's amazing. Mindscape's really good. Lifeline can be good. Mortal Enemy is situational, obviously. But in that situation, it's really good. Red Zone's really good. Phantom Counter's decent. Blood Carnival is really bad. Because it's when you're auto-attacking. And Core Crusher, this is the big one. This is the reason Psycorruptor and Mastermind are broken. Is this one's really good. Eventually I will be working to unlock that. It's amazing.
Alright, it's on!
Blast them, we should weaken them just to be safe. Fire Carnival!
Backslash! Yes! They're getting close!
Watch me ride!
Green Edge!
Iron Prison!
Backslash! Now! Close in and clean up!
Upper hand! Side slash! Shadow strike! Sliding Slither!
Backslash! Backslash! Backslash!
Fire Carnival!
God, this is so stupid.
Use an
Takes
aura!
it so much
Control the
easier.
battle!
New man!
That better.
Alright, Sliding Slinger acquired. I'd like to see. As always, I need my Rizatice.
I'll get the jump on him! Attack up close!
Now, it's my turn!
Now! Close in and clean up!
Now, it's my turn!
Alright, you're in for it! Okay! Here comes the pain!
Side slash!
1,000!
Side slash! Hostile neutralized! Switch to close range combat!
Don't worry!
Sliding
I'm all
Slither!
over! Now! Close in and clean up!
Shadow strike!
Now get in close!
Primer!
Alright, you're in for it!
Side slash! Slide! Flicker!
My weapon has
Nice! Move in and do some damage!
How are we gonna get up there? That's the most obvious option.
Open fire! Follow me!
Have that light!
That's not great!
Time
can
for
do
a
it.
little optical confusion!
I can get up to 3,600 now?
Side flash down! Toppled him! Close in!
Okay! Here
Thermal
comes the
payload!
pain!
Lay down some cover fire!
Let's see him chew on this! Alright, you're in for it!
Flicker!
Victory is ours!
Let's keep it up!
Actually, I need to upgrade Sliding Slinger a little bit. Since this will be an art I will be using a lot of. Get 3. I can't equip that. Whatever I want for now. Now I need to be selected quite at this point.
What? They've seen us! We should weaken them just to be safe! Fire!
Nice! Move in and do some damage!
Okay! Here comes the pain! Alright, you're in for it! Backslash!
Side slash!
Backslash! I didn't see that coming! Gun him down!
I'll topple him!
Now, close in and clean up!
Let's lay into it!
Primer! Side slash!
Backslash!
Engage down! Weaken them and lay in!
Backslash!
Early bird!
Shadow strike!
Now, close in and clean up!
Slide!
Green edge!
Side slash! Upper hand!
Leave this to me! I'll take him
Gun
down!
him down!
Shadow run!
Hit him again for me!
On it! Take this! Backslash! Backslash!
Got another one.
Side slash! Iron prison!
Now, melee attack!
Okay! Here comes the pain!
Upper hand!
Yes! Now get in
Now,
close!
my
This
turn.
team never loses!
Nice work!
We've lost, but we're eventually gonna get to the point where we indeed never lose. Alright, so I got... Can I not get anything for rank 3? Ah, I got this. Steady hand. And neither of them are great. Elma didn't get anything right. Nothing new. Oh, I got Thirsty Edge. Stores HP when landing melees. Probably better than Early Bird, but I don't have anything to replace it with yet. Eventually, Electric Surge could replace it. That's at rank 12. Blood Sacrifice might. I want to get a healer first before I do that. Violent Streak is too risky to put on Elma. Last thing I need her to do this early in the game is aggro like 10 enemies when I try to attack one. Yeah, you can get off analyzing bio and get battle points for it. So you can upgrade your arms and skills more easily.
Open fire! Follow me!
I've got shadow fire! Trash chuck! Light fire!
Backflash! 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 Backflash!
Use an aura! Get control of the battle!
Don't worry, I'm all over this. All right, you're in for it.
Move in and strike!
Okay, here comes the pain.
Get your adrenaline going!
My adrenaline's rising!
Who's next? None can stand against us.
Steel flesh.
I can't seem to get fired up.
All right, you're in for
Scream
it.
edge!
Backflash! Backflash! Didn't see that coming.
I'll take
Gun
it
him
down.
down. Backflash!
Got him! Stay up! Cover fire!
Let's see him chew on this.
Whatever, full TP anyway. V3.
They're all dead. You killed them all. In cold blood.
Fortune did not smile upon them today.
Nelson.
You filthy Earth aliens do not belong on this planet.
You shouldn't have crashed us on it.
You seem more fluent than the others. Are you in charge?
I am called Glennar. I command this squad, Earth alien. Now it is time for you to surrender.
Hello, Glennar. I am called Elma, and I command this squad. If this planet is your home, we apologize for intruding. We crash-landed here after our ship was damaged in an attack by unknown adversaries. We were hoping we could negotiate a peaceful settlement in exchange for our friends, but...
Peaceful settlement? Your words are wasted on us. All we can promise Earth aliens is a swift death.
Elma.
Right. We tried. Looks like survival of the fittest it is. Fine then. Seeing as you know we come from Earth, I'm guessing there's a good chance we might have a score to settle with you anyway.
Alright, first true boss fight here. Ah, there's the TP explanation. Revive is 3,000. Soul challenges. Morale level. Okay. Ah, that's why it's started.
They've seen us!
Okay.
Shadow strike!
Bob is here!
Slide!
Now,
Scream edge!
clean up! Backflash! Don't worry.
Close range combat!
Not what I wanted to do.
I'm all over this. Backslash! Backslash!
Shadow strike! Upper hand!
Oh, it's not like you go.
Strength comes from the spirit. That's true on any kind.
Now, closing and clean up.
Scream edge!
Okay, here comes the pain.
Not that I need a blanket.
Backslash! Slide! Slinger! Now, closing and clean up. Sliding! Slinger! You're in for it.
Easy. So long, Nelson. You will be missed.
I don't get it. Why would they be so bent on killing all humans?
Who can say? Whatever the reason, this is dire news. We should let the others know ASAP. Let's call it in and head back to HQ for a full debrief.
Roger that. And here I just started to hope we'd finally escaped all this.
Escape! Yes, escape! Tatsu also want escape!
Oh, hey, it's our lunch.
Friends not leave Tatsu trapped!
More Xenos? What should we do?
Stay back, Lynn. What do you think, Rook?
I'm opening it. I don't remember if there were a bunch of potatoes in there in the original too. It's been a while. I might have also skipped this cutscene too. I played through the second time.
Finally! Dance of freedom! Tatsu thanks you!
Interesting. One of the vegetables is sentient.
Talking potato? I wonder if it tastes different too.
I say we find out.
I know what we're having for dinner tonight. You don't know it yet, new guy, but I'm a pretty mean cook.
You are mean! Mean and cruel! Tatsu definitely not potato! Tatsu explained this to dumb and smelly Prone when they take Tatsu, but Prone not listen! Prone never listen! On Nopon's rude day, Prone first set sticky feet on Mira. Especially Tatsu. Tatsu witnessed Prone abuse firsthand. At this rate, entire Nopon race in danger! Yes, Nopon are endangered species. So really, friends have social responsibility to protect Tatsu from danger.
Uh-huh. What do you think, Elma? Bake or fry?
Baked
Wait
potatoes
a minute.
all the way.
The beings who captured you. Big brutes in armor? Little pointy ears?
Yes, Prone!
And they're a more recent arrival here, is that right? They're not native to this planet?
Not native, recent! If friends want more details, friends must promise to protect Tatsu. Only then will Tatsu talk.
Right. Elma, you hold him. I'll peel.
Tatsu will talk! Tatsu will talk! Friends not get Nopon's sense of humor is all.
So if I understand correctly, this is your homeworld. The Nopon people are native to Mira. And then just recently, the Prone show up and quickly hunt you to the edge of extinction. Is that right?
Not just Prone. Prone and their nasty, evil buddies. Lots and lots of them.
Although
Buddies?
the
You mean other alien
extra
races?
story might
Other
change that.
hungry alien races. They all gang up on Nopon. They do horrible, terrible things to Nopon. Someday, Tatsu will turn tables and eat them for a change. Tatsu has seen those eyes before. Hungry eyes, like Prone eyes. Tatsu is here to serve, not be served.
Yeah, seriously. What kind of barbarian would want to eat this little guy just like that? We should take care of him. Wash and clean him, season him.
That's right, that's right! This is exactly what Tatsu is saying! Take Tatsu to your village, wash and clean Tatsu, season Tatsu!
Yes, season.
Wait.
What do you think? Take him with us?
He seems harmless enough. And he'd be a good source of information on Mira and the Prone. All right. We can debrief him when we report to Commander Vandam.
As long as he passes the quarantine scan, we can bring him back to New LA.
Right. Let's get that out of the way. All clear.
Then Tatsu can join friends? Dance of joy! New friends are friendliest friends ever!
Question
I
is
know.
he more valuable?
Tatsu has special thank you gift for friends, for saving Tatsu's life! Tatsu will lend it to friends for free!
Lend? It's not a gift if you don't give it.
Give it away? For always? For free? This would be insulting to friends and to Tatsu. No Nopon merchant worth his salt and pepper could do such a thing. Tatsu is grateful, but Tatsu not insane.
What? It's insane to think if someone saves your life, you might actually show them some real... And he's not even listening.
Friend, do you ever get lost? Tired of bulky maps and flawed memory?
Yep, I don't get lost.
Friend jokes with Tatsu. Joke funny now, but joke not so funny when friend wander into Loafedville Lake on accident.
One time. Wait, those are Rex's.
Presenting Follow Ball! Follow Ball is #1 ultimate best super secret must-have Nopon item. If friends get lost out in wild, friends just follow Ball of Light to safety. And now it's yours, for free, to borrow. For now, anyway.
Really? Follow Ball? That's the best name you could come up with for your super special thing?
Meh. What would friend prefer? Fancy name no one understands so friend can feel smart? Now, time for Nopon Dance of Generosity.
I don't know. Is that thing really gonna be all that useful? What if it's a trap, or boom, it just blows up in our faces?
Ah yes, that reminds Tatsu. If Follow Ball get damaged, Tatsu need to charge friends full price, plus restock fee.
So much for Dance of Generosity.
Alright. I should be able to get that crap back, right? Shortcuts, barracks. Is that chapter 3 done? It's not, right? Yeah, it's not.
Damn, losing Nelson's team is a real blow. But the fact we're not the only visitors on this rock is even worse.
They made it clear they want all humans dead. For all we know, they may be related to the forces that destroyed Earth and followed us here.
Wonderful. I'll report this to Secretary Nagi. See if we can't bolster our defenses. Just one last thing. What the bloody hell is this dancing turnip doing here?
He's actually a potato.
Yes, he is.
Tatsu not turnip or potato. For last time, Tatsu is not food.
Yes, he is.
Now, on behalf of Planet Mira, Tatsu welcome all Earth people
like
and
Paimon
offer a friendly treaty of friendship.
Yeah. Right. Anyway, we were thinking he could be a good source of general intel about the planet. Exactly how useful that'll be remains to be seen.
Oh, don't you worry about a thing. Friend's totally safe now that Tatsu is in town. Tatsu watch over and protect friends, especially weak, pathetic Lindley with her thin, bony wings.
Yes, let's threaten the person.
You mean my arms?
So cute.
Look who's talking. And who said anything about you coming with us? You can stay here, you greedy, annoying little cabbage. I'm sure there's a salad here that could use you.
Meh? Tatsu stay here? Friends would leave Tatsu behind?
Yep.
It's for the best. You said yourself your people are endangered, and the Xenos that captured you might still be out there. You'll be safest here in the city.
Agreed.
Tatsu not agreed. Friends will want Tatsu along. Friends need Tatsu along.
We know.
How so?
What? Well, that, of course. This planet have many helpful Nopon that Tatsu can talk to. Other Nopon can share information for friends.
That might be useful.
That right. Most Nopon not like Tatsu. Nopon can be shy. Nopon can be difficult. Most Nopon never trust friends or even talk to friends. But Tatsu? Nopon love Tatsu.
Are we sure about that?
Tatsu use smooth talk and winning personality to get friends good info.
The tater tot has a point.
Uh-huh. More like an ulterior motive, if you ask me.
Tatsu perish the thought. Tatsu intentions are pure, Linley. Pure as snow. Linley intimidated by Tatsu's strength and smarts, but do not worry, Tatsu is true friend.
Strength and smarts, huh? That's really not what I'm worried about here.
All right, then it's settled. Small Fry here will accompany you three out in the field. After all, we can use all the info we can get.
Seriously? We have to babysit this thing?
You're the ones who picked him up. Besides, would you really want to leave him with another team?
Maybe not. Unless we were invited to the meal, I mean.
See? Already getting along like peas and carrots. He can be your charge, Lynn.
Oh, come on, Commander! That's not funny! I've got my hands full out there! This is so unfair. Back me up here, would you, Elma?
I'm sure Elma has no objections.
Right. As you say, Commander.
Done and done. Welcome to Blade, Tater. We'll be counting on you.
Yes, sir! And it's a Tatsu. Oh, one thing
Tater
Tatsu
Tatsu.
forgot to mention. Nopon are pacifists, so friends need to defend Tatsu, keep extra super safe in any battle.
I'm sure we won't
Tatsu
even see you.
VIP diplomat, after all.
And why am I not surprised? So much for him watching over and protecting us.
Yep. Alright, story mission 3. Storage probes let you store more uranium, so finding one place to chain all of them is extremely useful. Because eventually you'll want to get like 250,000 uranium in storage at one time. Let this cutscene play out, and then we'll save and call it a night.
So, Rook, feel like you're starting to get the hang of things?
I ever not had it?
Of course you are. You've taken to it like a fish to water, just like Elma and the Commander said you would.
Just the same, let's review the key points, and I can fill in some extra details. Blade's top priority right now is to secure missing pieces of the Lifehold. You remember that much. Countless people are frozen in the Lifehold. It's the key to restoring humanity. Up until we ran into the Prone, our biggest concern was that wild indigents would stumble on the Lifehold and damage it somehow. But now there's a more pressing threat, intelligent alien races who are intentionally trying to destroy us. So, our search has new urgency.
Yep, gotta get
We
there
need
before
to
they do.
find and retrieve all of the Lifehold ASAP.
And the best way to do that is by expanding the reach of Frontier Nav. The more probes we can install, the wider we can scan, and the faster we can find bits of the Lifehold.
So our primary focus going forward should be to travel around Mira installing data probes. As many as we can, as fast as we can. I can't stress enough how important this is. You still with me?
Yep.
Good.
I'm very
Then let's
far
move on
ahead
to
of
the
you.
other pressing threat that Blade has to deal with. Hostile indigens.
There's no real delicate way to put this. Any wildlife that poses a clear threat must be eliminated. The Lifehold is our future, but we can't ignore the present. We still have our duty to keep New LA safe. And sometimes that duty requires enacting coordinated strikes to solve problems before they can do real harm.
We're the newcomers here, it's true. And they're usually just out to defend their territory. But sometimes it really is them or us. And we have to make sure it's us. Don't get me wrong. It's not like we run out there and light up anything that moves. Only Blade HQ can choose targets, and they tend to keep them strictly to creatures that pose a significant threat to our survival.
In order to contribute to this cause, operatives are asked to form into squads to take on special missions. These squad missions, as we call them, don't get posted to mission control like your other, more typical assignments. Rather, HQ transmits the details directly to all of us at the same time. Basically, they want as many people to know about them ASAP, so they can be taken care of ASAP.
I'm sure you can imagine, but these missions aren't your run-of-the-mill little fetch quests. It's not the kind of stuff just one or two blades could handle on their own. That's why squads can have as many as 32 members.
And it's why we ask members to sign up to a squad beforehand. We can't have blades playing musical chairs whenever this kind of emergency hits us. But just remember, squad missions are not mandatory. You don't have to drop everything you're doing just to take one on. HQ has no way of knowing what every blade is up to when these missions arise. If you're busy with something else, they'll understand. They need to trust our collective judgment with these things, and, well, so far so good.
And I think that about covers the basics, right?
Search for the missing pieces of the Lifehold.
Can't wait to get tickets
Install
again.
data probes to expand Frontier Net.
Never really got to do that.
And take on squad missions when you can to keep us safe. Got all that? Good. We're counting on you.
And briefing adjourned. Thank God.
All right, well, it's getting pretty late, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, let's call it a night.
Agreed.
Oh, Tatsu's so excited to sleep in real bed. Lily can show Tatsu to his room now.
Oh, your room is right over there.
Keep you nice and cool.
Oh, it looked perfect size for Tatsu. Wait, what? Tatsu know what that is. That refrigerator. We'll go in there to cool off.
Like you.
I guess you are smarter than you look.
Well, Tatsu not want to brag, but... wait a minute! Tatsu see what Lily did there?
It's not gonna force me right into chapter 4, is it? Okay, there we go. I'm already way ahead of you on that. Alright, Infinity. We'll be raising those and doing the missions. I will play in online mode. Nope. Yeah, so I always remembered those. I could never identify the individual creatures on it. Yep, the material tickets. Extremely important. Igrolith 0, huh? Yeah, quick assign. Oh wow, they start at level 14 Psy Corruptor, huh? Not bad, not bad at all. Yep, we'll save. Alright, we'll be back with more tomorrow. Chapters 4, 5, potentially 6. We'll see how far we can get on this. A lot of affinity missions as well that we'll be looking into. But yeah, so if I want to continue on, I'll have to survey a lot more Primordia. So I'm going to be doing a lot of those stuff. Alright, so for now, have a good night.